Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of really interesting bodybuilding updates. The first thing we got for today is an update from Lunsford. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a proper physique update, him hitting a pose, showing us everything. We got little snippets of his physique and like his face and stuff like that. So, you guys know that he's competing in 2 weeks at Pittsburgh, and he is supposed to win. I guess he is the favorite, of course, after winning the Arnold Classic and looking his absolute best ever. This show came as a surprise because this guy never did any open shows other than Mr. Olympia, and he was always only focused on the Mr. Olympia, even when he was in 212, when he was in the top. So he never competed at other shows, but this year he decided to do the Arnold and then also the Pittsburgh. He peaked perfectly, in my opinion, at the Arnold Classic, and he needs to repeat that at a Mr. Olympia, which is more important than the Arnold Classic, of course, but in the meantime he has Pittsburgh Pro as well, and this show is not an easy show to win, not even for him, because there is a lot of great guys doing that show, including, of course, Nick Walker, Martin Fitzwater, Michal Križo, Guduito, and the others, so it's definitely not an easy show to win, but is he going to do it? Well, again, it's hard to tell because we can't really see his physique right now, he doesn't show us anything, but we got this, for example, this one photo. And if you look at this photo, like, I'm sure you would guess this is him in his off-season. Like, if you didn't know that he's competing, that he's prepping for Pittsburgh, that he's actually 2 weeks out, would you think that this is almost stage-ready conditioning? Personally, I definitely wouldn't. I mean, look at his shoulders and his arms. I mean, he looks really watery, really puffy. His face as well. Especially if you compare him to somebody like Nick Walker right now. Just look at the difference, right? Huge difference, huge difference. The dryness in not only the face, but yeah, the face as well, but also like the arms, the shoulders. Nick looks dry. He looks like he's in condition. Derek, however, absolutely does not. So what's up with this? Is Derek going to be off with conditioning for Pittsburgh? Is he going to maybe like try to save himself, not to exert himself too much, save the peak for the Mr. Olympia? Is that what's going on? I don't know, I don't think so, because I remember before the Arnold Classic, he also kind of looked a little bit too full, a little bit like watery maybe, and then he dried out in those last week or two, and he ended up in like the best conditioning of his life and the best fullness at the same time, so I don't know if this is actually the reason to worry. I mean, there is some vascularity and like, I guess the conditioning here in this photo looks like it's going to be good enough. But honestly, if I didn't know that he was competing right now, I would guess that this is Derek in his off-season. This is basically the kind of conditioning he has throughout the entire year. He doesn't look like he's close to being stage ready. But again, he can change in the last week or two with Aceto now. I think Aceto has like crazy peak week protocol, so he's probably going to, dehydrate him severely in that last week. So I think he's going to be conditioned enough, but is he going to be super peeled? I mean, hell, anything is possible, but it doesn't seem like that, to be honest. If he does bring good conditioning, it's gonna be a surprise for me based on this. It is also this video that he posted of him training back, so yeah, like he lowered the lighting as much as possible so we don't really see clearly what is going on, but it seems like he's also really watery here. Again, if I didn't know he was competing in 2 weeks, I would just assume that this is his off-season shape. So yeah, my best guess is that he's just holding a ton of water for some reason and that he's going to dry out in the last moment. I mean, that's his last hope, I guess, because right now he doesn't look close to being stage ready. But hey, Derek is not exactly known for crazy details and dryness and stuff like that. He's more of a fullness bodybuilder, and he has shredded glutes and like his back is insane, and he comes in decent conditioning. The Arnold Classic, he also had pretty good details in his quads, but like throughout his upper body, throughout the shoulders, chest, arms, he's not exactly super shredded. So maybe this doesn't mean anything. But it's interesting, and I think it's worth pointing it out. I'm also curious to hear what do you guys think about this down below in the comment section. Alright, the next thing we got is a new physique update by Neckzilla. Now, I'm sure all of you guys are sick and tired of listening to Neckzilla's future plans because he keeps canceling everything, but the last thing he said is that he is doing Dubai Pro. I have no idea how true that is. He did say it, however, and based on this most recent physique update, it seems like he is prepping for something, right? Like, he looks like he's in condition. He's close to being in good condition, and Dubai is in like 8-9 weeks from now, something like that, so there is definitely enough time for him to get totally shredded. But even right here, he looks decently lean. Definitely not in like contest shape, but in 8-9 weeks he most certainly can be. He definitely can, and it seems like, once again, it seems like he's prepping for something. Now, that also doesn't mean anything. He can get shredded and ready and then just pull out in the last moment. I mean, that basically almost happened last year at Dubai. He wanted to pull out at the last moment, but his sponsor convinced him to actually continue and compete. So it's not like he just announces shows and never starts prepping. Sometimes he actually preps and gets almost ready and he still decides not to do the shows. I have no idea why is this. Is it the nerves or something else? I have no idea. But most of the shows he announced and he pulled out of, he didn't even start prepping. He decided to pull out early. So this time around, like, he never really made an official announcement on his IG. But there is that video of him with Derek Lunsford where he says to Derek that he is doing Dubai. So maybe he plans on doing it, but he's not sure if he's going to continue the prep till the end. So he doesn't want to announce anything because he doesn't want to pull out of any more shows. But that thing is out there. That thing is out there. He's doing Dubai. That's official. We'll see if he's actually going to pull through and finish the prep and do the show. But once again, conditioning looks very good. I mean, good for 8-9 weeks out. And as far as muscularity, I don't know. In this pose, he doesn't look super massive. Not the way he looked a year ago or 2 years ago when we were all so amazed how massive this guy was. I mean, here in this photo at least, he doesn't look super big, but I'm sure if he stood next to somebody else, it would show how big he actually is, because he doesn't seem like he lost any size. I think it's just the angle. Like, his legs are still freaking massive, and like the chest is huge. And again, conditioning looks really good, so let's hope he actually continues prepping and does end up doing Dubai Pro. Can he win? Well, I don't know. I mean, Sas Hirati is doing it. Bekrus Tabani is also defending his title, so it's definitely not an easy show to win. I don't know. I don't think he can win it unless he's like completely, totally shredded and he just dwarfs everyone, which I doubt is going to be the case. He also needs to improve his posing, so we'll see on stage. But first, let's wait and let's see if that stage is even going to happen, right? Alright, the next thing we got is an update from Mike Sommerfeld, and this one is definitely good news. He posted his leg workout and posing afterwards, I guess, and he says, "I am fully recovered and ready to rock. Let's work." So yeah, Mike Sommerfeld is finally okay. Now, you guys might have seen that video. I posted it on my channel. There was something wrong with Mike's health. He didn't know what it was. He did all the tests and nothing came out. He had no idea what it was. He also had this same issue before, but he figured out what that was, and he is taking care of his health. He has a lot of health issues, but he's managing them, and this last one, he had no idea what it was. I don't know if he figured out what it was, but at least he says that he is fully recovered. Maybe it just went away and he's feeling good now. But he says he's ready to work, so yeah, Mike Sommerfeld is not out of the Mr. Olympia. No, he's well, and let's hope things stay the same way. And here is his physique right now, so yeah, you can see that he was sick for sure. And I'm guessing he's also off of everything. I know he's doing that, Like, he doesn't do the cruise and blast type of thing. I think he goes completely off of everything after each show. And you can see it in his physique. You could see it after the Mr. Olympia, and you can definitely see it now. He looks a lot softer, but that also could be due to the illness. I guess he wasn't able to eat or to train hard enough. So he definitely lost some of that conditioning and some of that pop and like hardness and all that. But that's perfect. That's great. I mean, he doesn't need to be peaked year round, right? So he has enough time to get in contest shape. I mean, his conditioning is good. Like, it's very good for this point in time. I mean, the next show he's doing is Mr. Olympia, so he has more than enough time to get ready. And this is looking good. This is definitely looking good. If he was competing anytime soon, of course, this wouldn't look good, but considering that the next show he's going to do is the Mr. Olympia, he has more than enough time, and currently, I would say he is the best classic physique guy. He's definitely the biggest classic physique guy, and that's a huge factor in classic physique, apparently. Like, it's definitely not mostly about the shape and classic lines, no. No, the criteria today is, you know, basically the same as bodybuilding, only with a weight cap. And of course, the lines have a role, but they're definitely not a deciding factor. If you are bigger than somebody else, and you are in good condition, and you have okay aesthetics, you're going to win, because you're bigger and you are in good condition. So that's the main thing, and Mike definitely has the most muscle out of all the classic physique guys in the world. I don't think there is a bigger classic physique IFBB pro than him, and that's going to be enough for him to win the Mr. Olympia. It was enough to play second to C-Bum and to actually push him for the title, and also to win the Arnold Classic. And now that C-Bum is gone, who can really challenge this guy? Who can deliver this kind of size and roundness and conditioning as well? Like, he suffers to make the weight. Like, he definitely can be a really good 212 bodybuilder. I don't want to say open bodybuilder because he's shorter, but he's definitely at that level of size, and he suffers down. He somehow barely makes the weight. He shows up shredded. I'm sure he loses a lot of muscle as well, and he carbs up. He revives his body as much as possible, and he shows up looking like a freaking bodybuilder on that stage, and that's why he dominates. The only guy that can maybe push him this year, in my opinion, is Ralph Diesel, and maybe Ramon, if Ramon brings like 110%. That's the way I see it, guys. If you see it otherwise, tell me down below. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, guys, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye-bye.